with us, Putty. Enough just isn't enough.
So true. Painfully true.
Animation is pretty cool. I know, hot take. I love how creative it can be visually, especially when compared to live action. Disney has certainly made sure to show everybody just why certain things should be left animated, and now Netflix and DreamWorks are hard at work trying to ruin beloved classics too, all because they know general audiences just don't care. But that's not what I'm here to talk about. In my last Animation at its Best video, I talked about how Shrek taught kids about the importance of self-worth and not letting others define you. This time I want to shift focus a little bit away from the story and the message. Although that's always an important aspect of any film or TV series, I feel like this is a case where style over substance actually works, at least in my book. That may not be the overall consensus, but who cares? This is my video. This isn't the only one either. There are plenty of movies that have the bare bones of a story, but give you an absolute feast on the screen. Ideally, movies can do both, but not everything can be perfect, right? I feel like Over the Hedge is a great example of the former. Although the message is good, the story is really just passable. It relies on a lot of quips and visuals to keep the viewer engaged, and as a kid, I was here for it, and I still am.
Yeah, I'm okay with wazoo food there.
I'll gloss over the plot really quickly, but I'll try and keep it brief. So you have this raccoon, right? And he's voiced by Bruce Willis, doing his best Bruce Willis impression.
Blue cooler on my list. Gotta be blue.
He steals from a bear in hibernation, and now the bear is gonna eat him. Luckily, the raccoon is a silver-tongued, smooth-talking charlatan who could get out of any situation by telling lies in desperation.
I'm gonna get you the giant picnic pack, family fun size.
They have that.
I'm pretty sure.
So he promises to get all of the bear's stuff back, and the bear gives him a week.
Don't even think about running away, because if you do, I will hunt you down and kill you.
The raccoon runs into some other animals, finds out they're good at foraging, and takes advantage of them for his own gain because they're too stupid and naive to understand.
I'm not stupid.
He gets him in trouble with the local HOA president, and she hires a Terminator to get rid of them.
Hello, I need every business listing you have under exterminator.
The bear wakes up and joins the case, but then all the bad guys get their comeuppance, and the cute little forest animals get away scot-free. The raccoon learns an important lesson in open and honest communication, becomes a part of a happy family, and they all live happily ever after. Alright, thanks for watching. Review over. Don't forget to subscribe. No, I'm just kidding. But really, there isn't much more to it. It's a very basic film. The film conveys the dangers of consumerism, which is a good lesson for kids, I think, even if they were a little on the nose with it.
So, you think they have enough? Well, they don't. For humans, enough is never enough.
Again, like I said, this is all pretty passable, and I don't think there's really anything egregious as it is. Except the third act, it does get a little silly, but it's not as bad as other studios. What I love about this movie is how creative the filmmakers got with the shots. They go that extra mile to show just how small the animals are. There's so many low shots that make everyday items or regular people seem that much bigger. On top of that, everything is oversized. The food, the SUVs, the coolers, everything. And nothing brings this point home like the hedge itself. The sheer size of it is representative of the people's excess.
It never ends that way, too.
On top of this, it all practically happened overnight, at least as far as the animals are concerned. So when they wake up and see their entire world has been replaced by this, they don't even get a chance to adapt. Another thing that I liked about this movie was how well it did exposition. It's super common in YouTube film criticism to hear this word and automatically think, bad, shut it off, rewrite this entire film, exposition, bad. But really, it's not that big a deal. You just need to know how to do it. You need to distract them from the fact that you're about to explain a bunch of stuff to them and shove info down their throats. Then you want to make them know how the world works in a way that doesn't feel out of place for the universe that your story is set in. Something natural, something that isn't just characters telling each other things that they should already know. If you're really talented, you can make it exciting for the people watching your movie to get a bunch of info dumped onto them all at once. In my opinion, Over the Hedge pulled that off decently well. When the turtle is first introduced to the human world, he gets the crap beat out of him, and the raccoon explains to him that it was just because he went in without a guide. The filmmakers took this opportunity to exposition dump heavy to the audience and shove their moral lesson down their throat, but it wasn't annoying, at least not to me. It wasn't preachy, it was entertaining, and it was funny. We're all snacking all the time. We're always feasting, always making every event about food. I mean, we just got back from visiting family for the holidays and probably ate at least 6,000 calories a day. It's too much. Anyways, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, exposition. There are a few more scenes of the raccoon just explaining things to us, but again, it's entertaining, and I think a lot of it has to do with the way that it was animated. The backdrop of a bunch of tiny animals discovering suburbia really lends itself to this message, and I love how they take advantage of that by showing just how small and helpless they are at every opportunity. Like I mentioned before, the cars, the trash cans, the mailbox, the fridge, garden gnome, sprinklers, fishing rod, the hedge. Everything is just so big, and there's nothing they could do to change it back. All that being said, the biggest thing that I love about this movie is the animation itself. I love how they turn something as mundane as opening a bag of chips into an atomic bomb. I mean, I feel like that's something most of us could relate to. I love getting that first whiff of cheese when I open a bag of Doritos. Same goes for gum wrappers too. Have you ever put a piece of gum in your mouth and then press the wrapper against your nose, just like... Oh man, there's nothing like that. Animators found a way to take the smallest little relatable things and put them on display at the upteenth degree. We all know the feeling of getting up for a midnight snack and being blinded by the fridge light. Feeling that chill from it after having been all tucked in for a few hours. No? Do you remember waiting up until you were sure your parents were asleep, then turning on the TV and racing to turn it down because suddenly it was as loud as a football game? And you're all like, get down, sit to the couch, be one with the couch. I mean, they're not gonna look over the back of the couch. That would be way too obvious. What about that annoying kid in class who can never stay in his seat? Yes, you. I know you were that kid. What happened when he got a little too much sugar in his system? And there's so many examples of this unique way of looking at the world. It has this childlike wonder that we lose appreciation for as we grow older. Again, the third act is a little too much for my taste, but still, it's just a lot of fun. So to sum up, Over the Hedge tells a decent story with a good message and gives plenty of engaging things over the course of its run. It may not have a perfect conclusion, but its creativity with the camera and animation ignites imagination within the audience. And maybe, just maybe, it inspired some young kid to pursue a career in animation. And if you ask me, that's animation at its absolute best. Hey y'all, thanks for watching to the end. This is a shorter video. I think it's my shortest one yet, so I'm glad y'all watched. For those of you who are subscribed, I'm really glad to have y'all here. I've gotten a lot of new subscribers in the last month for my Always Sunny video. If you haven't watched that yet, make sure you go watch it. Yeah, that one's been getting a lot of views, a lot of engagement. I did not see that coming at all. I knew it would perform a little bit better because Always Sunny is pretty topical, but I didn't think it would get close to 11,000 views where it's at right now. It's been a fun year making videos, and I'm hoping the year to come, I'm able to get them out a little bit more frequently as I settle into a new schedule and have kind of gotten the hang of making these videos. But yeah, it's taken me a little while. I messed up my SI joint. For those of you who don't know what that means, it means it's really hard to sit, stand, walk, or lie down. So it's been hard to be productive this last month or so. But I'm getting better, and I'm able to put out this video now. And hopefully I can keep up somewhat of a pace. Thank you all again for watching. Have a great day.